Hi again. Today for our activity, we're going to talk about what is in the inside of a bean. So let's see. We are going to open up a bean, which is another way of saying dissecting a bean and finding out what is inside of a bean. So I'm going to reverse the camera and we're going to start. Okay, as you can see, I have a bean. This is the kind of bean that I had planted earlier, and so that's a bean. And this is the same kind of bean, except this time I split it open. It's very hard to see, but there's actually a little tiny plant inside this bean. The reason why the plant is you can't see it as like a green plant is because this plant wasn't exposed to the sun yet. So what I did to make it easier for you to see, I made a model or diagram of the inside of a bean. So what are parts of a bean? This is the seed coat of the bean, the outside of it. The seed coat protects the bean. So that's the seed coat. Now, in our large model of the bean, if I was to split it open, similar to what you saw before, on the inside of the bean is actually a baby plant. Here I drew the leaves in green just to illustrate for you that it's a baby plant. The reason why we couldn't see any green leaves in the real bean is because it wasn't exposed to the sun yet. So in reality, it wouldn't be green like this. It would still be white, but I just colored it green just to show you. What about the rest of the bean? Inside the bean itself is food for the baby plant to grow. So that is in the inside of a bean. Now you're probably wondering, how do beans grow anyway? I mean, what is the process of that? I don't understand. Well, let's look. Here you can see a bean was placed in soil and it grew some roots. You can't see the roots, but it started sprouting up. And here is the beginning. This is still, well, you can't see this part, but that's like the part of the bean. And this is the bean coat kind of splitting away from the bean. But look what's popping out of this. Look what's coming out of the bean. You see the leaves now, right? There it is. And they do appear green because now they're being affected by the sun. So this is the bean pod that's splitting open. This is the bean that's splitting open. The bean coat is falling away. We don't need the bean coat anymore because that was only to protect the bean. And now leaves are sprouting out. In this picture, seed coat is completely gone. The bean coat really is down here. We don't need it anymore. Formed a nice stem. Here is still part of the bean. And look, the leaves are able to open up. And then finally, this was the original part of the bean right here. But look, beautiful leaves have sprouted up. That is how beans grow from one to the other. I have another picture here to illustrate this. If you can see, this is a seedling. So here again, now you can see the roots in this picture. Here they are in the soil. Remember, the soil acts like a sponge. When it rains, the rain comes down, makes the soil nice and wet. The water goes into the roots, starts into the roots, like a straw, goes up the stem, and then goes into the leaves. And remember, we said how the bean was storing food at the beginning? Well, now that it's up here and the leaves are open, now the leaves can help store food for the plant. But look, there's our leftover part of the original bean, isn't it? You see where it is? It's right here. Eventually, this might drop away, where you only have this bean plant left over. And there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. So the next time you think about beans, now you know what's inside of them. All right, bye-bye now. See you later.